What's that then? I don't need that, that's for sure. Let's end that. Come out of there. Wow. Well, this is pretty cool. Let's test this out. Let's see if it works. Let's bring that in a little bit there. Ooh, let's put that up a bit there. There we go. That's a bit better. Cool. Let's see if I don't know if I'm on actually. Oh, am I live? Can people? Are people? Hello. Is anyone there? Oh, cool. Nice one. So, yes, it looks like we are live. Just doing a little test at the moment. A little test to see what happens. Why does I do that? Oh, you can see my desk. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So you can see the magical calculator that tells you everything you need to know about how much you can borrow and that kind of stuff. So, yes, do ask your questions in the comments. This is very cool. What I'm doing is I'm just testing my new setup. So let me know if it's any good. And I will do it. It's a car invoice, a proof of receipt if it was sold privately. Yeah, I suppose an invoice and the payment going into your bank account, I suppose. Ideally, a receipt would help, but yeah, that should be all right. Can you borrow money on an inherited house? Mortgage was paid off prior to inheritance. Yeah, so Emily, the inherited house is what we call unencumbered. So there's no borrowing on it or secured against it. So yes, you can remortgage it. I don't. Some people call it a remortgage. Some people call it a purchase. But no, you can. Assuming you can afford the mortgage, then absolutely, yeah, you will be able to get some borrowing on it. Essentially, you won't be a first-time buyer though, because you'll be on the deeds of the house. Income is 6k. Care allowance is 4k. In it won't be. I don't understand. Sorry. Do lenders take into consideration 100% of commission? Some do. Some will take 50%. So it's just need to match you and your situation with a lender that's going to be all right for that. So clearly in that instance we'll be looking for a lender that takes 100%. But yes, there are ones that do it. Particularly things like car salesmen, estate agents, they'll have a low basic which will be massively topped up with commissions. So yeah, then we do have lenders that will do that. We have you've bought a house, but the valuation have failed. What happens next? So the valuation actually come back and said 0, or has it come back to say it's worth X amount? If it's come back to say X amount, then you can either renegotiate the asking price or pay the difference. If it's come back at 0, it suggests to me that the property might not be mortgageable. For a property to be mortgageable, it has to be habitable. So you've got to have a kitchen, you've got to have a bathroom, working kitchen, for it to be habitable. If they haven't got those, then it's going to come back as a 0. Can you resell your mortgage after 4 or 5 years living in it? Doesn't longer like the property. You mean come out of the mortgage? You can do, but if you're in a fixed term deal, you're probably going to pay early repayment charges. Lauren! There we go, Lauren. I haven't seen you for ages. It's just a very quick one this evening while I test the new setup. So yeah, hopefully it's good. Hopefully you can hear me all right, because I've got a microphone here. And also, check this out. Watch this. Do you want to see my calculator? What? There it is. What? And back to me. So yeah. Anyway, having a bit of fun with that. Yes. Yeah. We're just trying some new stuff out. Will there be an issue with the deposit this? What's that then? I've just fixed for 5 years at 4%, not up until January. Do you think anything will shift before then? Interestingly, so in the past week or so, we've had lenders putting their rates up. I've just had an email from NatWest saying they're putting their rates down. So strange times. Who knows? No one can predict it. It's crazy. But I'd say just keep in touch with your mortgage broker and keep an eye on it. Cash payment from car would be a problem if I have deposits from the account. If you can't prove where the cash has come from, it will be an issue. That's why it's an invoice, payment into your bank account, and a receipt. You should be able to cover yourself. If looking to buy a house for 400k, how much should you offer? You can offer whatever you want. There's no rules around it. Legally, the estate agent has to put forward any offer that you submit to them. So they have to put that to the lender. So there's no rules around it. You offer what you're comfortable paying with. What you're comfortable paying with? What you're comfortable paying. Yeah. What's the worst that can happen? They turn around and say no. They decline the offer. I wouldn't worry. Are there further checks for exchange and completion? Quite likely, yes. Which is why you don't do anything to scupper your application once it's been submitted. Is Dom V as good as it sounds? What on earth is Dom V? I don't know what Dom V is. Will depositing into crypto platforms be a red flag on bank statements? They don't like crypto. I don't think depositing it's. I suppose depositing into it won't be too much of an issue. It's just like paying into stocks and shares, isn't it? I mean, it's still a risk. Just as long as you're not looking to use that money as proof of deposit or anything like that. 1 month is a long time to wait for a mortgage offer. Yeah, I'd say so. It depends though. I worked on one application for 8 months. Before we got the offer through, so it can take time. But if it's relatively straightforward, you should be all right. Will a fixed term work contract affect mortgage in principle? Yes, it will. So they want to know prior employment and what's the likelihood of it being extended. I live with my girlfriend on council tax and rent. I live with my girlfriend on the council tax and rent. Everything else my mum's. What should I do? Well, I mean, changing bank statement addresses is very quick to do, so do that. It's your ID, so you can use a passport, and then it's just to do with proving your history, your address, your identity. So, can I explain missed payment? Can I explain missed payments are due to maternity pay? No, there's no explaining missed payments. They are recorded as missed payments, and therefore the lenders will take them as such. Takes getting used to. Well, yeah, Luke, I'm just trying out new camera, new microphone, new setup, and things will change again soon. We're having a bit of a flip around. What can you lend with a combined income of 70,000? There we go. Let me do this then. Let me do this. Watch this. So combined income of 70,000. Let's turn the calculator on. 70, 1, 2, 3. Let's assume you're a first-time buyer with a good credit history. Times by 5.5. Potentially you could borrow £385,000. That's very rough though. So we will... I know, Lauren, I can't see comments you've pinned. That's a pain. That is a pain. Let me see if I expand that chat to somewhere. Does that make a difference? No, I can't see the ones you've pinned. Had a few pins. No, that's rubbish, isn't it? That is rubbish. Let me see. Let me fiddle about with stuff here. That is a pain. Oh, here we go. How do lenders verify where a deposit funded by personal savings originally come from? So they will look for bank statements, saving statements showing that your regular payments into that account have been paid into there. Was that a pinned one, Lauren? More like to get a mortgage of 15k debt, no missed payments, but worried not possible. Depends how that debt affects your affordability. Right, well, Lauren, I've worked out a way. I have to use. I'll have to use my phone so I can have a look at them. Um, in fact, let me put that there so I can see when they come up. So yeah, that 15k debt, it will affect your affordability, and then also, how indebted are you? That's going to be the important thing to consider on that. Do you need bank statements? Deposit is commission from the sale of a current house. So no, that'll just be proceeds of sale. So just a memorandum of the sale, and then the outstanding mortgage amount. That's fine. That's fine. 85k. Me and my missus, no borrowings or finance, perfect credit. What can we borrow? Times it by, if you're first time buyers, times it by 5. Possibly a bit more, possibly a bit less. What do you think the Bank of England decision will be in November? I suspect we'll have a decrease. I'm pretty sure we'll have a decrease, to be honest. Might even have another one in December. Once an offer has been accepted, what happens next? So once your offer has been accepted on buying a property, you then go through the process of putting in a full mortgage application, appointing a solicitor so they can do all the conveyancing. You'd probably be wise to get a survey done at that point. And yeah, you then just let the solicitor crack on with the conveyancing. That's when it goes quiet, and there's not much to be had. That's where we talk about your protection. Survey was done yesterday, 11 a.m. Still waiting. How long does it usually take? If it's a survey that you've paid for, they're going to go away and write a report. If it's a valuation for the lender, that could be a couple of days, and you probably won't hear on the valuation. They'll just say if it's acceptable or not. Or they might just produce a mortgage offer. Is it an issue? Can you get a mortgage at 54 first time buyer? Yes, you can. Right, I was just jumping on to test out this setup, but things are getting away with me a bit. There's some really good questions. How long does it take? How long do I stay on for? I want to borrow 750k with 200k deposit on a commercial mortgage. My limited company's been trading 7 years. Right. Do you do mortgages for new builds too? Yes, we do. Yeah, we do. I mean, most lenders will do new builds. They just put certain stipulations into them around loans to value, that kind of stuff. But no, there's lenders out there. I mean, Nationwide and Halifax are probably the two main biggest lenders when it comes to new builds. Certainly, we've always gone with Halifax when we've bought a new build. Yeah, mortgage on a 5-year fixed at 1.07. Oh my god, will I ever get that low in lifetime? I doubt it. Really doubt. You can never say never, but I really doubt you'll get 1.7 again. I doubt we'll see anything beginning with a 2, to be honest. If my boyfriend off for 3 months having operation, can you get a mortgage and they check previous pay? No, I would wait until you're out of that. I'd wait until you're out of that till you got 3 months pay slips. Otherwise, it's just going to go off sick pay. There's no confirmation on it. $7k income, benefit 6k. How much can I get? Not a lot, I'm afraid. Really not a lot. Add to 2 together, times them by 4.5. Am I better off going to a bank or a mortgage broker? First time buyers. You're always better off going to a broker regardless of your buying or remortgaging situation, because if you go to the bank, they will only offer you their products. So if you go to NatWest, you'll only be offered NatWest products. If you go to a broker, we'll offer you NatWest, Nationwide, Halifax, Accord, Perenna, all of them basically. So yeah, go to a broker for maximum choice. My fixed rate due to expire in March 25, currently 5.99. Is it worthwhile to wait off? For what? No, you do it now and secure a rate now, which will protect yourself from any increases. And if you use a decent broker, they will reduce it before completion if it goes down. So you've got nothing to lose. How many per month? Been sending money to another account but close the account. Does that matter? No, you just show statements from what you've got. My mortgage has been accepted. Can I spend money on furniture now as long as it's not on credit? Yeah. As long as it's out of a sort of a debit card, just don't finance it. Don't put it on a credit card. But yeah, if you've got the funds available, then yeah, go for it. I love how many people just think you're a mortgage calculator. Yeah, I know that they're. I don't know whether we should do an education course on this thing called Google. But I get it because there are different multipliers for income. It very much depends on situations, though. So I get it. It's not a problem. I'm here to help. But yeah, um, there's such a vast array of lenders though, and lending criteria and such. So one second, just got to wet the whistle. Oh, I am on my tablet. When are rates next going to drop? Tomorrow, NatWest are reducing their rates. How many per month for a 120k house? How many what? How many kidneys do you have to sell? How many? I don't know. I don't know. Mortgage advisor based mortgage on salary 5.5. How do you know if you can actually get that for? Depends on your circumstances and depends on your credit file. Depends on your acceptance to certain lenders. So yeah, it's individual thing. Should I go for a broker who charges a fee or a free one? It's up to you. If you want quality of service, I mean, I say to our clients, it's a paid for service, so you can expect a paid for service. If you go to a free one, they have to effectively pile it high, churn it through. So, I mean, if you go to a free one such as London and Country, they won't be working now like I am. So, yeah, I mean, we've got appointments 6 days of the week till late. You can't get that with a lot of free brokers. Is it still 4.5 to 4.6? Generally, the rule is 4.5 times your salary, but there are instances where you might be able to get 5.5, sometimes 6, all down to situation. Best to go long-term mortgage, 5-year lock and current interest. All dependent on your situation, your attitude to risk, your plans, all that kind of stuff. Can you get a mortgage with CCJ? Yes. What do you think to brokers who make the money from builders rather than the people buying? Brokers that make them from builders rather than the people buying? I don't know any mortgage brokers that make money from builders. Sorry. I've got a dip with NatWest. Is there anything that may cause issues when you go for full application? Absolutely. If you've done it yourself, there's nothing to guarantee that you're going to meet their criteria. But if a broker has done it for you, chances are it should be all right because we do the research beforehand to make sure you are suitable for that lender, and then it should go through. If you've done it yourself, though, I mean, who knows? When it was done via a broker, okay, I'd have confidence in that then. But there are still things that can make it go down because a decision in principle is a light cursory glance at the situation. So a quick check of your credit file, and just a quick check of the multiplications of income and that kind of stuff. When it goes to full application, that's when the full underwriting takes place. So that's when things can fall down. Are you from Afghani? Yeah. Is salary including benefits as well? Yes, can do. How do you find a broker? Are they all the same? Do I just Google? Hello? Will being an arranged overdraft affect getting a mortgage first time buyers? Shouldn't do, as long as it's not too bad. I mean, we're talking thousands of pounds in an arranged overdraft. There's going to be questions, but if it's a couple £100, I should be fine. Just don't breach the limit. Don't allow any direct debits to bounce. You should be all right. What does agreed in principle mean on a property offer? On a property offer? Not sure. Do you mean agreed subject to contract? Sold subject to contract? You don't get agreed in principle on a on a property. I'm 25k in debt and coming to remortgage in April 26 on 85k household income. Will it be okay? Depends how much you're looking for a remortgage, to be honest. It will go against you, the debt, it'll affect your affordability. Good news is you've got a nice healthy salary there, or household income. So it just all needs to be looked at. People are full of it on here. I might be missing some. I might be missing some questions. I'm not sure. Is it public data to see who's defaulting on their mortgage? No, it's on your credit file. And so the lenders look at that. Does debt go against you on a buy-to-let? Yeah, it can do. Mainly the affordability on a buy-to-let is worked out by the rental income of the property. But yeah, you can do it. Let me pause. Let me just take a breath. Whew. I only intended to come on here to test the camera and test the microphone. So hopefully you can hear me. Does it sound all right? Does it sound good? Better than normal? But if anyone does want to book in a call and have a one-to-one chat with me or one of the other advisors, then just send me a message with your name, number and email address, and someone will give you a call to book something in. And then we can have a nice one. Then we can have a proper conversation. It could be your time. Not sure about the camera if people think you're Afghani. That's very... Chris, that's a fair comment. Yeah, that's a fair comment. I don't know if I look Afghani. I don't know. But am I? I'm not. No, I'm not. But hopefully the everything's working out all right. But yeah, make sure you follow because, like I say, I was just jumping on for a quick test. I will do more proper lives probably tomorrow, maybe Thursday. What is Thursday tomorrow? Islamic mortgages, we don't do them. Excluding the deposit for a mortgage, what kind of fees am I looking at? So you'll have your solicitor's fees for the conveyancing. If you're just buying, that will be about £1,600 to £1,800. You may want to you may want to pay for a survey. That could be about £600. If you've got broker fees, you've got to pay those. So yeah, can you get a mortgage with no deposit? Potentially. There's a couple of situations where you can. Would lenders question decline a mortgage offer if I'm spending 20 quid a week on football bets? No, but what I would say is, if you're worried about it, just stop doing it for 3 months so it doesn't show on your bank statement for 3 months. If you're not able to do that, then there are questions to answer. Can stamp duty be gifted by parents and is treated the same as a gifted deposits? Yeah, no one will ask about that, to be honest. No one will ask. Right, I am going to have to go because I've got to put little people to bed. So thank you for joining me. A bit more of a crowd than I expected. So thank you for joining me on this quick impromptu live. Hopefully it's all good and it's all working. I just love this thing. Right, here we go. This my new toy, and I need to find a purpose to be able to do this. So it looks better on a full screen. So if you go live, this is actually going live on YouTube as well, but you get to see the full desk when I do that on YouTube. So I don't know when I'll go live again. So I can hear a little man shouting in the living room. One sec. When will I go live again? Probably, I suspect, around... I can't do Friday mornings. Shh. Let me tell you a little secret. We've got to go. Hang on. Someone's walking past outside. It could be the person that this secret relates to. So, we've got to go to a special assembly on Friday morning, so I can't go live because someone has won an award. I'm going to cry. Proud dad. Cleaning his cave out of mountains on Friday. Oh my god! No, that cave got bombed by the Americans, unfortunately. So I had to move out. But yeah, that cave was good. I had it all set up as a proper desert man cave. The acoustics in there were awesome. Nice temperature, was nice and cool. But unfortunately, this big thing just fell through the roof one day and we had to move. Sad times. Yeah, that's why we're in England now. So yeah, that's what got me into mortgages. I was the Afghani #1 goat herder, but I had to give that up because the the cave got destroyed. Had to move to the UK, get into mortgages, and just went from there really. So it's been a journey. It's been a journey. No, I wasn't providing the goats with mortgages. It was just herding them, moving them from one place to another. I don't actually know the reason why I was doing it. We just moved them from like one place to the next. What's happening here? I've made a hand gesture at the camera and it's doing something. That goat herding. We were just let me move that back up. What on earth has happened here? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Going back up now. Wee, the camera's drunk. There we go. So, yeah. If someone joins now, they're gonna, they're gonna think, what the hell's this bloke? He's talking about moving goats from one place to another. Anyway, Lauren's right. I've got to go. So, do follow for more Afghani goat herding content and mortgages on the side. So, yes, this is annoying me now. It's moving around, isn't it? I've done a hand gesture that's making it move. Right, I'm going to have to work that out now. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Good evening. Don't forget to get in touch if you want to book in. Oh, where the hell's the button to end it? Ah, there it is.